This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez, and we continue to look at Afghanistan as we're joined by an Afghan doctor who fled Afghanistan last week with his 4 children and his wife. The family was airlifted to Doha, Qatar, after spending days trying to get into the Kabul airport. From Doha, they flew to Germany, then to the United States, arriving Saturday. Dr. Wais Aria joins us now. He's the founder of Tabish, a nonprofit that provides mental health care to traumatized Afghans. He and his family have been in Afghanistan since June visiting family. He's joining us finally from his home in Alexandria, Virginia. Doctor, welcome to Democracy Now! Can you describe your journey, how you got out of Afghanistan with your family?
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Let me to start before my journey. I'm not the first one victims of this changes in Afghanistan, but subsequently, international community and other people would be in the next future victims of these changes which happened in Afghanistan. It is my belief. So our journey started from a normal day in Afghanistan. We never expected that very soon Kabul will captured by Taliban. And I was busy with my humanitarian work to provide services for a displacement community, which I collected some donation. Randomly, I received the news that the Kabul fall down and the Taliban captured. Immediately, I catch home and I saved my children, and we moved from one place to another place. Really, it was very scary for me because I used to work with United States support projects, and I implemented many projects from USAID side, and also somehow I provided mental health support for a contractor of US military in Afghanistan. It was a big concern for me. So our family and friends advised me to move in a safe place. Then I moved to a safe place and I left my own home in order to protect ourselves. And then I tried to come to airport when I received this news that there is chance to evacuate the country. But I went for a couple of days to airport, but I do not success. My daughter fainted in front door of the airport, and I have bitten by Taliban, and it was a lot of violence. Then it was an attempt to success, became very pity at home, and next day we tried. Same experience happened to us. Finally, it was very shock for me, so I couldn't come out. I contacted the U.S. Embassy and sent email. I do not receive response for a couple of days. Finally, I received an email that you should go midnight in front of one of secret gate of airport, and someone will accompany you, escort you. Unfortunately, it was not the story. When I went to another gate, there was thousand people with their passport, with their travel document. But again, it was same scenario. The Taliban pushed back people, they beat, they shoot directly and indirectly on people. So it was disaster for me. I have bitten by Taliban in front of my children, and my children scream for that. So I spent like a couple of days just over there, and we lay down in the street. We had a little bit food with us because they advised us. We had our clothes and shoes, not more than that. I got some water and some a little bit food with us, but it already finished. Finally, after 2 days, it was a chance. One of the Taliban soldiers said, okay, I allow those who has document. Then by chance, I entered to the gate with my 4 children and my wife, and we walked for 45 minutes inside of the Ministry of Interior. We have seen a lot of broken car, furnitures, and many more office equipment, but there was no one inside of the ministry. And we walked like for 45 minutes to catch the last gate of airport, which there was a U.S. soldier, and they welcomed us, and they gave us a little bit water and checked our passport. Then we went to the airport, and the bus transport us to the military terminal. Then after passport control, even it was not like official passport control, just they checked an ID, that a person should have an ID. Then they sent us in front of the ramp. So we spent almost 9 to 10 hours because it was like very tragic for me. I don't remember the exact time how much we spent, but it was whole day that we spent in sand, and there was no shadow, no place to protect the children. Honestly, it was disaster for us. Finally, late night, Air Force plane came, and then we got that, and we moved to Qatar, and we spent 24 hours in Qatar, a US base. Then they transport us from Qatar to Germany, and from Germany, finally, we catch Dallas, and we came to home. Total, we almost spent 5 days from Kabul to US, but it was disaster for me and for my children.
And Dr. Aria, I wanted to ask you, in terms of the fall of the Afghan government that came so rapidly. You had flown into the country in June. Were you shocked and surprised by not only by the way that the Taliban overran most of the country, but also the fact that the government leaders fled and left the people to fend for themselves?
I think the government and structure was not trustable for people. Inside of the government, people was disappointed, especially from Mr. Ghani. He had a lot of nepotism inside of his structure and system. But people never expected that in a very short time, the system will fall down and everything totally change. Even Taliban never expected that how they will success very easily to capture Kabul.
And as we wrap up, Dr. Aria, you treat traumatized Afghans. After these 20 years of the U.S. war and occupation, how do people recover?
I think let us be optimistic, but to be honest, there is no hope, especially for myself. I spent all my life to help people, but when I came out from Afghanistan, I came with a bunch of accumulative trauma, my children, myself. So I was very pity. I could not talk anything about and imagine about the situation. Dr. Judy from Columbia University, she helped us a lot, at least I recover, and I should talk and should be a speak man of my country. So in my belief, there is no hope for the future. Taliban do not change. We already noticed what they're doing. Unfortunately, it is reality. They become more empowered compared to 2 decades past. And they're talking from a power of authorization at the moment, and whatever they want, they can decide it. There is no hope. Even just they talk in front of media, okay, we will give the woman right, the human right, and other civil rights. But I'm not optimistic for that. One of the examples is my 13 years child. So he could not play just a basic music instrument. And, I became aggressive on him. He wanted to play on those days which Taliban was in the country, and I put it in a safe place. How we can trust on them that the music is something give people calm and relax. So we cannot listen to music, or the woman cannot go out to work. So at the moment, the women are at home. They are not going to their work. They are not going to university. What is the reason? There is no excuse for them to keep them at home. So they allow the men to go to work, and they already announced everyone can come to their work and resume their job. But why they do not call for women? This is one of the issue, and they do not respect the human right. So we have a big independent commission of human rights. No one is working for that. and the same time, the media and the democracy, journalism, all these things are collapsed at the moment. This says we will give the right and we will support this, but based on the Islam entire policy or legal framework.
Well,
but what is that?
We want to thank you so much, Dr. Wais Aria. Of course, we'll continue to follow what happens. Dr. Aria, a medical doctor who just evacuated from Kabul with his 4 children and his wife, founder of the nonprofit Tabish, which helps marginalized communities in Afghanistan, as well as youth soldiers recovering from the psychological trauma of war. Next up, the Supreme Court has allowed a near total ban on abortion to go into effect in Texas. Stay with us.